So I want to preface this. The following two clips you see, which are about 10 and 20-ish minutes respectively, are me sort of processing general grief. The first one is me just kind of dealing with the depressive and frankly upsetting emotion of having a 10-year-long friendship being flushed down the toilet completely against my will. And I still maintain that if I had any opportunity to talk or deal with any of the three individuals I have a problem with at any point, I would have been more than happy because to fix it. Because on some level, I still love them and care about them because it was 10 years. I lost their friendship like 5 days ago. So, at the end of the day, I am dealing with it. I am depressed. I am taking time off of work, money out of my own pocket because it's just affecting me that much. And I am not going to lie, I am resentful and I'm angry, and you can definitely see that in the second video. But the people that were on this thumbnail that I have, despite me not caring, the only reason I blurred their faces out was because there was one single human being that, in this entire thing, that was adult enough, mature enough, and kind enough, and cared about my own feelings enough to be an actual friend, And while I completely understand and respect that he is focusing also on his other friends because this is his core group of friends as well, I want to be clear that to my community and to my friends that are part of my community, I want to make this person a bigger part of my life than he currently is because of just the level of love, care, and friendship I felt from him that I did not feel from others. And so I'm not going to tell you who it is, especially like not like the online side of my community, but like I want him to play a bigger role in my life, and I want to be even more of a friend to him because of the thanks and gratitude I feel and the love. As far as everybody else, pound sand, kick rocks, eat a dick and die. Like I'm at the point with this where, while I take ownership of my own actions, and I am more than happy to, and I would have been more than happy to rectify them. The fact of the matter is that I don't, and I go over this in the second video you were about to see, care anywhere near enough about their feelings. I don't care enough about the feelings of people who were so willing, ready, and able to throw away a decades-long friendship, along with all the memories, times, and feelings that come with that. And so, if any of these individuals are watching, don't bother coming to me talking about, oh, I can't believe you did. I don't care. We are two ships passing in the night. Die mad. Like, I don't care. You made your bed. You made your decision in terms of where I am, and I made my decision to not associate anymore. So, for my own well-being. So, stay mad about it. I don't care. As far as I'm concerned, the only person that I'm willing to be friends with is the one person who actually cared, who was actually human, mature, and adult enough to juggle two people, like the needs of one person and the needs of another person, instead of y'all who just only cared about one person, despite their feelings being very important and very valid. You couldn't give less of a shit about me. So that is my preamble piece, just so you don't open up this video and see just some crying. And then I just wanted to give some context. This piece is happening far after I've recorded these previous two pieces. They will go into. Feel free to watch the rest of this so you can kind of understand that. And also, to the people who, if you do end up watching this, do end up seeing this, I hope you learn from this and you learn to take your fucking meds and go to fucking therapy and learn how to fucking communicate. And this goes for all three of you, because it isn't because the other two said along the lines of he has to go, or I can take him or leave him. That tells me that there are unresolved issues there too. So all three of you need to go to take your fucking meds and go to fucking therapy and grow the fuck up. So now that that's over, enjoy my trauma dumping. Hey, something happened today that really sucked. I just wanted to make this no frills or background music or anything like that, and the names were obviously not being said to protect the innocent. I love all of you. I know I was always different. I know I wasn't part of the fucking hive mind. And I know that I was other in our group of others. But I was always thankful, and still am, that you guys loved me, cared about me, and continued to make me feel included. I don't know at what point people stopped feeling comfy around me. I don't know at what point, me being a part of the group, was, and me being a friend stopped being a concern or an either or choice. I just wanted to say I'm really sorry, and I wish I was better. I love you guys. I've known you since we were kids. And I'm really sorry that you don't feel comfortable around me. I'm making this because because despite losing my friends in one go, I still want to make sure that I don't make you feel uncomfy by messaging or calling and trying to fix it. I love you guys, and I know that because of your own reasons I can't be friends anymore. Just
I just hope you see this. And I just want you to know I love you guys, and I wish I could have been better, and I'm sorry. I'm really sorry that I don't, I'm really sorry for all of my little mistakes throughout the years. I know I've never been perfect. Ugh. For so many years, like, this group of the group of you guys were the only people on my age on the planet who treated me like a person, who wanted me, made me feel wanted and like I belonged, even though I didn't have the exact same interests. I wasn't perfect, and even though my mother, we met by my mother shoving me in a chair at our table the day we met, at a table the day we met. I love you guys a lot, and I just thought this might be a way you might see it, you know? Because I don't want to reach out. I don't want to force you to interact with someone you don't want to. I wish I had tissues. I love you guys, and I hope one day we can. I know that I don't know the real you. I know that you have had to put on a facade. But I still love you. I still love you like family. And I'd still love, and even if you aren't the person I've known for about a third chunk or however long of our friendship, I still love you, and I still want to know the real you, despite everything. I'd like to rebuild.
Hi. So I have, for everybody watching, I posted a video yesterday and the day before called A Message. And I filmed this and recorded this. And the intent of this is still for the people who, are part of the situation, to see how much I care about them still, and how much they hurt me. A friend of mine asked me to pull it because they felt like this was an interpersonal thing, and it's public, and at the time I still gave a shit about fixing things, and so I did. I talked to more friends, I processed some more, I talked to a therapist, and I've re-uploaded it to my second channel, and I also and then this morning re-uploaded it to this channel because I feel like at this moment my feelings are more important. For clarity, I have been a member of a friend group, and I'm doing this because I am doing this not to share this with the world, but because talking into a camera and posting it on YouTube is just therapeutic for me, and it's how I am processing my feelings here. And so I don't care if people want to keep it private. Not my fucking problem. This friend group was, I met them when my mother went up to a group of boys and girls and asked, "Hey, y'all like video games?" And they're like, "Yeah." And she's like, "All right, sit your ass down." And I've known them ever since. These guys, gals, and non-binary folks have been my friends for a very, very, very long time, and I've loved them and still love them to a significant degree to this day. Apparently, one individual in this group has had issues with me for a long time. Completely justifiable, by the way. While I did not know this person was a furry, I made furry jokes a lot, and while my one friend's significant other had asked him, made her uncomfort known, and he told me about it, and I adjusted my behavior accordingly, at least with some, occasional screw-ups because I'm not perfect. I didn't know this person was that. And I don't think this was the only thing. I might be wrong, but 3 years of not communicating with me because of social anxiety and fear of conflict is completely justifiable. I mean, do I feel at some level like there was a moment of clarity where, if like you could have come in, like where you were on meds or like you were in it up and like you had endorphins and we talked about it, like sure, but at the end of the day, like that's predicated on that, like that assumption is predicated on this person valuing my friendship in our history enough to actually do that. I can't change my behavior if nobody tells me what I did wrong. And I'm more than happy. And this catalyst was a message with people saying, "Hey, don't make jokes about furries. Don't talk about politics in the voice chat when people are unwinding. And don't be harsh and don't be abrasive." All three of those things I am more than happy to do. But the fucking fact that, the only reason I know about this is because one of our friends found out and was so appalled by people's behavior that it had to be forced into the group for everybody. And I don't know who knew what. But the fact that 2 out of our 3 friends, and it wasn't even the friend, and these 2 friends weren't even one of the people that had like this 3 young years, which I can fucking forgive on some level. Not one of these 3 people valued our history, my love, they didn't value our history. They didn't even value me enough to come up with a solution. So it's like either, so the question being posed was, this person's emotional safety is compromised by me being present. The solution to that, there are plenty. There's plenty of solutions to solve that. But instead of practical solutions to solve my behavior, for me to atone, for me to put the effort in, to prove myself that I love and care about these people enough to jump through hoops and bend over backwards to be that person that they feel comfortable around again. Instead of that, they decided that they decided to make it a binary choice and not even consider that any of me, our history, our friendship, our memories, a decade together as a group. They just decided, all right, bet. Decision is, do we give him the boot or do we let him stay? One person said he's got to go. Phase emotional safety is more important. That hurt. I never think that person really liked me that much anyways, but I still loved and cared about him. And then the other person said, I don't care either way. I don't care either way. Wow. So willing to throw me away to the side and disregard me, our friendship. For fuck's sake, dude, you're the person who put me on a Fallout, for God's sake. I bought you guys games so we could play them together. I bought y'all I bought people who didn't own it the Witch Queen through Steam so we could play it together, Destiny together as a group. I tried to get into Final Fantasy XIV because I know for two of you that is a very important game and I wanted to be able to play with you. And you don't care either way. You know what? Fine. I get it. I've always been separate, different from you guys. All of y'all operate on the same damn wavelength. I swear y'all could finish each other's sentences. It's a hive mind. And I was never a part of it. But y'all loved me nonetheless, at least I felt. When I was in middle school and when I was in high school, I had nobody really. I had a few friends, but I wasn't close to anybody like I was close to y'all at the time. I was ostracized. Nobody wanted me when I was at that period of my life. Y'all were the only fucking friends I had. The only friends I had that loved and cared about me and wanted me around because I was me. Because I was someone important to you, and despite me not liking fucking Team Fortress 2 and Gary's mod at the time the same level y'all did, y'all still cared about me. Y'all invited me to sleepovers and shit when we were children. I'm hurt. And frankly, I don't give a fuck about your feelings right now either, like, to be honest. I don't want to handle you kill clubs. I don't want to be cognizant of your feelings. Because I just lost my fucking friends because they didn't care about me as much as I cared about them. Did I make some mistakes and do wrong? Hell yeah, I did. And I would be more than fucking happy to atone for them if I knew that time, effort, and emotional labor would even fucking matter to you. You don't want conflict? I respect that. That's why I'm putting it in a goddamn video and you can watch it at your leisure. I'm allowed to be angry. I'm allowed to be upset because I just lost my best fucking friends for a decade. A fucking decade. I put out a video 2 days ago crying like a bitch. Being vulnerable and honest with my feelings and the hurt that I felt. If you haven't seen that video, 3 of you, go fucking watch it. Maybe now you can understand why I'm so goddamn angry. As far as I'm concerned, the person who had the decency to fucking tell me what was going on and illuminate my eyes to, like, how fucking bad of a judge y'all's character, aside from him and his girlfriend, I don't want to be friends with you guys anymore. I don't want to reconcile. Because I don't think you're capable of the amount of, like, I have no problem atoning long-term for my mistakes and making you feel comfortable. But even then, I only have, for the person I have that 3-year rift with, you're the only person that I have a game plan to fix with. The other two were just happy to get rid of me. How do I fix that? I can't make somebody like me. I'm not saying people's emotional safety isn't important. It absolutely is. What about my safety too, man? I'm not saying it's more important or less important. I'm just saying it's a variable on how we could have fucking fixed this. And y'all did not care enough to. And that really hurts. If you guys want, if me being other was such a bad thing, and fine. I don't need you. As far as I'm aware, I got other friends. Friends that have the decency and, frankly, the maturity to talk to me and be honest with me because they care and respect about me as much as I care and respect about them. Even the ones with social anxiety, crippling social anxiety and the fear of combat. They still did that shit with me. And if not, and here's the thing. Guess what? When I have friends with social anxiety and crippling social anxiety and a fear of conflict, you know what they fucking did? They used an intermediary every goddamn time there was an issue. Every time! Every goddamn time there was an issue. I understand that the people in this group can't communicate for shit. But for God's sakes, at least have the respect to go talk to one of the... If you have had a problem with me, at least have the decency to go to someone who can and ask them to relay the information so we can resolve it. It may not seem like it right now because I'm fucking angry and hurt. But when I get called out on my shit, I am happy to fix my behavior. More than happy to fix my behavior. But you didn't do that. And so now I find out that the person I've known for the last 3 years doesn't exist. I find out that 2 of my friends don't even fucking care enough about me to be willing to put effort to find another solution. No, just get rid of him. He was different from us anyways. Real fucking inclusive. Y'all are a paragon of diversity, inclusivity, and liberalism. And that sarcasm is coming from a goddamn communist. I don't know what else to say, man. I just lost 3 friends that I have known since I was a child. 10 years. Flushed down the toilet. And here's the thing. If you made it to the end of this, I commend you. And I appreciate you for not running away from your from hard feelings and actually caring enough about me to actually watch this entire thing. If you had pinged me directly, or hell, even if the person who said, yeah, he's got to go, pinged me directly with this shit, it could have been in the same clinical, verbose language, had pinged me directly and said, hey, Evan, we need you to stop, we need you to cut, we've talked as a group and we need, we need this to happen. I would have been fine with that. We wouldn't be here. But you did the equivalent of somebody sitting down at a lunch table and then everybody starts castigating him. And that was the final red flag of all this stuff. It wasn't the private group chat that I saw that was visible to me for like a week that I wasn't able to join, called admin chat. It was the fact that I haven't met, you know, the person the three. It's the reason I haven't met your goddamn significant other. And wondering, why haven't I met him? I'd love to meet him. Da, 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 da. That's why I haven't talked to you in 2 months. It's also why whenever I hop into voice chats, conversations stop, tones shift. I was a social outcast for 7 years when I was in middle and high school. I know the goddamn signs. And the irony is y'all were the friends that I had that didn't treat me like that. I really hope y'all grow up. I don't say that to like dig a knife in or to be dismissive, but I genuinely do, because I really hope that the next friends that the three of you have, you don't treat like you treated me. And if you have issues with them, you fucking communicate with them. And before you say, "Oh, you're just angry," I could have used your names. I could have outed you. I could have added a lot of things. But I still love and I still care about you on some level. I just want you to understand why I am so angry, because all of that sadness from that previous video has turned into this frustration, anger, and hurt. I love you guys. Despite all of this, I still do. And I wish I was worthy enough of... No. Forget I said that. I wish you guys the best fucking life you can. I hope one of you can move out of that god-awful house with your god-awful parents. I hope one of you is able to continue working on your computer, working out, and bettering yourself and being happy. I hope one of you is able to finish up college and go be successful. Only one of you wanted to stick around and be friends with me, because only one of you actually cared about me as much as I thought, as much as I cared about them. And I'm appreciative of that. I deserve better. I'm not perfect, and I know that. But by God, man. It's truly disgusting that how you can just be made to feel like you were nothing to someone for so long, after feeling like something to them for so long. As far as anybody else who happens to see this video and get to the end, I'm going back to my regular upload schedule, and I feel better now.
Poggers.